it's Mike Taylor. Listen, what I want to quickly discuss is chord voicings, and this is, by the way, this video is for intermediate to advanced students. It's not meant for beginner students. Anyway, voicings. So this is a giant chord. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes in the first chord of the opening of the Path Fugue Sonata. If I play all the notes at the same volume, it's going to sound flat. It sounds nice, still pretty, still interesting to listen to, but kind of just sounds white. It doesn't really have any color in it. So now I'm going to add a little bit of texture or voicings to the chord. That's a little different. I went a little bit softer than I wanted to. I'm going to concentrate a little more, and I'm going to try it again. So now the sound's a little rounder. What I'm choosing to do is bring out the lower part of the chord, and also the tonic of the chord, in this case C, at the very top. So, you know, if I want to bring out just the dominant, the G, it's a little more concentration, but now I'm going to just try and bring out the minor third, E flat. It's harder to do, but I like to bring out the C's. Or now, for the forte piano, I like a pedal technique. You strike the key, with the chord in this case, depress the pedal, and quickly lift and let go of the pedal once, and that creates the forte and the sudden piano that Beethoven wants in this opening movement. That's what he wants. And then, now usually what I'm doing here in this section is I'm bringing out the soprano in the chord. By the way, this is piano. Then it goes to forte. A lot of artists, and it should be a little more staccato, and this should be piano, and then forte, and then forte piano. There it is. Bringing out the A flat here, and then finally for the last diminished chord, it's a little hard to get forte piano here. Anyway. That's voicing. It has a lot to do with technique. And what I'm doing is I'm literally depressing the pinky harder than my other fingers. Not easy to do. Most students, I teach most students this piece because it's a good way for them to understand how to voice a piece correctly. You know, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 notes here. The melody is here. The color is here. That's where the color is, but the melody and so on. I fast forwarded a bit there. Anyway, I teach that piece because it really teaches the student the necessity to really bring out the melody. Here's another example that I teach a lot of my students. Yep, eventually they learn more challenging pieces, but not until they've mastered the other ones. And especially in the Rachmaninoff, voicing is so important because, you know, he stacks these gigantic chords, you know, these guys, and he's saying, okay guys, the melody is here. I also like to play a little bit with the tenor and alto voice in the left hand. Anyway, so that's more complex, but the idea is just those notes are supposed to pop. Now, what I'm doing is I'm more forcefully pressing the pinky than I am the other keys, but without tensing up my fingers. So this is a discussion that takes a lot more time. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up the tutorial now and say this. That when you voice something, first of all, if you want to learn how to do it, you have to work in smaller groups. Like this piece. This piece is appropriate. I know that this is not legato. I'm just making a point. Again, really an appropriate example where there's a lot going on, but not so much that the student can't handle. These, again, are appropriate pieces to approach. So when you're ready, you can ask me, say, hey, Mr. Mike, what were those cool songs that you played? Well, the last one I played was A Bagatelle by Beethoven in G minor. It's super famous. I played an E minor prelude by Chopin. I played a Beethoven Sonata Pathétique number 8 in C minor. Okay, and I played a Rachmaninoff prelude, super famous, C sharp minor. I always get the opus number and number of the prelude reversed. I think it's opus 2 number 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, look them up and then ask me about them, and then I'll teach you how to voice your pieces. By the way, this applies to all genres of music, also especially in jazz, because when you're a jazz guy and you're on stage, you got to voice these just the right way, you know? Even if you're in a cover band and you're playing keys, you're going to want to voice everything, because that's what attracts people. See you guys next time. Bye.